Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the tower. Gonna end this run. So, this is gonna be episode 10 of the tower on this channel. I had mentioned this on my last video, but I've noticed my videos are getting a lot more views. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I got shouted out by anybody or if my videos has just been getting sent out through the algorithm and whatnot. Whatever the case is, thank you for everybody that supports these videos. Even something as simple as leaving a like helps a lot and lets me know that the community enjoys these videos. And me personally, I put on the videos while I'm driving or if I'm at the gym, or kind of like a podcast type of deal. I hope that this video helps people, that just started the game, or they're, in the mid game or even late game. If it helps anybody in the information side of things, or, entertainment side of things. I know these aren't the most thrilling videos, just kind of, podcast type of vibe. Talking about the game, my progress, anything else. Like in today's video, I'm going to be covering something that I actually posted on Reddit, and it sparked a lot of controversy. I feel for the wrong thing, for the wrong reasons. But I just basically thank you for watching and supporting these videos. I really enjoy this game, and I like making content about this game and supporting the community, watching other content creators, and just engaging in general. I think this game has a lot of potential. It's really one of a kind. And I feel like it does it the best. The progression is very slow, but honestly, I find that to be the biggest selling point. This is episode 10. I might actually do a tournament. The tournaments actually don't take too long, 20 or so minutes, and I'll condense that down to maybe like a minute or two, speed up the footage. But kind of go through, how I respec, how I set up my modules, my cards. I also increased my shockwave size and my range, so in the lab. So I'll kind of just be going over that, show the footage of the tournament, and go over my progress in the last week, and then we'll end it off with that Reddit thread that I was talking about. So today's tournament, hold on a second, I have to end my run, forget about that. There we go. Collected our thing. Battle conditions, knockback resistance, more enemies, Protector's ultimate. Really, when I look at the battle conditions, I just look at the ultimate enemies that are going to be showcased. So, ranged enemies, Basics ultimate, and Protector's ultimate. So, ranged enemies and Basics ultimate are really the two biggest threats. It's just because you're going to get more bosses with Basics ultimate. Also, you have a higher chance to spawn ranged enemies, paired that with the ranged ultimate. So, and the ultimate enemies are not affected by black hole. So that's something that, because usually you would try to just mitigate ranged enemies, fast enemies, all that kind of stuff with the black hole, and they're not even a problem. But when they're in their ultimate state, they're not affected by that. So actually being able to kill them and juggle them, and just mitigate, their ability to fire a projectile at you is very important. So Chrono Loop comes in handy. I think they're affected by Shockwave, obviously knockback, but with this knockback resistance, that might be a problem. And then with that new mass feature that they added to the game, where I think that enemies' mass increases 4% every wave that they're alive, something along those lines, which stopped the what was it called, the James Webb infinite tournament runs that people were doing. That put an end to that, as well as the fleets. So, and then they changed the way that the spawning worked for the elites as well. But those are the battle conditions. So that's gonna basically dictate my target priority and what modules I run. So because Black Hole isn't going to be doing too much for me, I might run Galaxy Compressor as an assist and run my Pulsar Harvester as my primary. So let's just respec and we'll get to the modules when we get to it. So here, let's just max everything really. There's not that much different from my tournament setup to my farming setup. I just don't max out range, shockwave size, and that's it. Everything else is basically the same. And then also I max out defense absolute and wall health in my farming, so that way my black hole digester can do its thing. So boom boom boom, there we go. But in this instance we don't really need to max those out because I'm not going to be using black hole digester. And then the enhancements are also different. All right, so that's it for the workshop there. I have my tournament cards. I just basically take out any economy card, so I just scroll through here. And then as for modules, I always run Execute Portal and Amplifying Strike. I'm going to restore level for these because I'm going to change them out. All right, and then I'm going to always basically always equip my Dimension Core as a primary. And because we have Basics Ultimate, I'm also going to do my Ohm Chip because there's going to be a lot of bosses, which means that light that reflects off of them for damage amplification is going to affect more enemies. And it actually affects each other as well. 197,000 shards. That's a lot of shards. I could try to reroll for Ancestral Ore speed, but I'm gonna save up my reroll shards. I'm trying to get Black Hole Duration and on my Multiverse Nexus, so that way I can run Black Hole Digester as my primary. So that way I have permanent black hole without the 20-second recovery package. So I believe that's it for the modules. And for labs, let's go in here, increase the shockwave size and the range. I run 40 range and I find that to be perfect. Okay, and then this is the part where I second guess myself and I feel like I'm missing something. So we're just gonna quickly jump into this tournament. I'm not sure what kind of bracket I'm gonna get myself into. Hopefully we get lucky. I've been placing top 6 pretty consistently, so hopefully we can continue that. Like I said, I'm gonna just speed up the gameplay, and it'll probably be a couple minutes instead of the 20-something minutes it's gonna take. All right, so it looks like we finished 1288 waves. Not bad. I got killed by a range. 23 minutes, not terrible. Let's see where we're replacing here. I mean, if I can stay in third place, that would be very, very nice. How many keys do I have right now? 27 keys plus the 15, so that's what, 42? Wow, and then I would only need one more tournament. So the tournament after this, I'm finally gonna be able to unlock the bot presets, and that's gonna be huge. That's gonna be awesome, because in my farmings I can actually max out my golden bot. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to max it out. I'll be pretty darn close, and then whatever's left, dump into amplify bot. And in my tournaments, I'll be able to same thing except in reverse. I'll be able to almost max out my amplify bot, and then instead of golden bot, I would probably do like thunder bot or flame bot or something like that. All right, well, that's the tournament. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we do get third, and this Korra penguin doesn't pass us. He's got the mythical spoon relic, so that would be pretty awesome. And then on top of that, I would be getting 375 stones, which would be what, 800. So I'd end up with 800 stones. So I'd be pretty darn close to unlocking the coins mastery, which is the next mastery I'm gonna get. In my last video, I had mentioned the plan was coins mastery, extra orb mastery, and the wave skip mastery. And All Clouded also commented on that video, asking me if I was thinking about doing extra orb mastery. So that's kind of like the lineup that I have going here. It's coins mastery, extra orb, and wave skip. Just to really hone down my economy, because economy is king. With enhancements, with module leveling, man, I mean, the labs, like battle condition reduction, took 247 quadrillion from 8 to 9, and I can't even imagine what 9 to 10 is going to be. And that's with 70%, or I'm sorry, 20.7% lab discount. So those are expensive labs. So You know, if I can get my economy up now, I don't have to worry about that less and less. All right, so I already saw this. I usually unlock the event boost once I get halfway, just so I can get everything at once. This lab speed is going to be very nice. And this is a repeat, so I already had the relics and the cosmetics. Amplify bot is actually very close to being done. I did complete the Amplify bot labs. I'll have to scroll down all the way here. So the Amplify bot and the golden bot labs are maxed. I just maxed the Amplify bot labs yesterday, which was very nice. So that opens up, and now I've got the module effect bands going. I'm gonna start off with cannon and core, then I'm gonna replace those with the generator and armor. Just get those done out of the way, so that way I can have the most efficient rolling sessions, and I'm not wasting any reroll shards, because you know, going through effects that I really don't want. So that's that. Berserk and enemy balance masteries are still going strong. Level 6 right now, so 3 more levels for both. Enemy balance, I mean, still a lot of room for growth. That's 18% more, which makes a difference. Like, each level on enemy balance makes a huge difference. In terms of Berserker mastery, yeah, once that's at 300, that's going to be very big too. That's going to extend my tournaments and my farming runs as well. Battle condition reduction, again, once it's at 18, I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be 600 quadrillion, so it's going to be a lot of saving up. But once I get that coin mastery card, and I'm, you know, continue increasing enemy balance mastery, I'll be able to stack up those coins. So right now I'm going to respec and get everything back into my farming run. I'll probably just speed this up. Alrighty, there we go. I think that's everything. Yeah, 3 clicks into that. Okay, I think that's where I left off at, was 81 quadrillion. So now that we're done with that, I mean, we finished all of our boxes. I'm still investing into bounty. I'm leaving fetch alone for now. Just keeping on experimenting. Everything is bought out here, the currencies, the cosmetics and everything, relics. So now we're just waiting for the season to end. We already showed the workshop, cards, talked about the masteries. In terms of modules, so the banner got actually pushed back by a week. I'm actually happy with that, because that means I can save up more gems in order to get that new module, the featured banner, to Ancestral at least, because it's either going to be the the armor or the generator. That generator module is mostly going to be for tournaments, because it's an attack speed every time you get a recovery package. Attack speed increase. And then the armor, like I stated in the last video, is going to be an extra orb and an increase in orb speed for X amount of time. So those are going to be nice. Let's look at the stats here. I hit 1 quintillion last video. Now I'm at 1.25. I mean, this stuff, it's really like a snowball effect where once you get going, it takes you, let's say, a year, to hit a couple quadrillion. Next thing you know, you make a couple quadrillion like in a week, So, I mean, this game really snowballs. I haven't done any milestone pushes or anything like that, although I probably should. I can probably get to tier 16 4500 and get that relic, and I can maybe get tier 18 2000, but I just don't think it's worth it right now. I think I'd rather just keep on farming. My highest coin per run has increased. I think last time it was 5.8 something. Now it's the highest is 6.43, and again, that's thanks to the enemy balance mastery as well as the assist module, getting those leveled up. So now that we've covered everything in here, one of the reasons why I switched my skin, which actually, let me just do this real quick, because I made some concept art for the game, and this kind of goes into the Reddit thread that I posted. And it was a lot of mixed reviews. The majority of it was negative. People did not like the fact that I had used AI to generate these images. In my opinion, I think people were focusing on the wrong thing. It's not about whether or not I used AI to make these images. It was a matter of concept art for this game is very scarce. Someone had mentioned that there was concept art. I've never seen it float around, so I was under the impression that nobody has ever made concept art for this game. But I was just trying to kind of get the ball rolling with that and inspire people, that are actual artists to start making concept art and start making cool scenes, like for example, if someone could make like a 3D realistic kind of concept art for the modules, that would be pretty cool. Animated even, that would be pretty, honestly, that would be like the coolest thing ever. And it's just a tower in action, which is what I tried to emulate, and I'll actually show you right here. So this is one of the pictures. I have it in my background. I'm not sure if I'm able to post this in the description for people to download. If you want, or if you're interested, I can try and see if I can do that. If not, just message me on Discord or something, or I'll post my Discord in the description for anybody interested. But this is kind of like the foundation of what my idea was. So as you can see in the bottom there, you got the black hole. Here, I'm gonna pull up the full image on my photo library. All right, now that we have the full image, we can kind of talk about it more. So this is kind of what I imagine it to look like. Obviously, there's a lot of elements that are missing, but here we have a scene where the boss is approaching the tower, and we have the chain lightning. I really love how the lightning looks here. This just makes me smile every time I look at this image. We got the smart missiles, going for the kill, and then on the bottom right hand corner we have a black hole being activated. I do wish it was a little bigger. It's very, very cool. We have the space theme. Like I said, I always envision the tower to be taking place in space. There we have the tower kind of in the center, off center there on the right side. And we have a whirlwind around it. That's obviously Chrono Loop. And we have the orbs. I do imagine the orbs to be a lot more vibrant and bright, but that's basically it. Again, if anybody's interested, just message me on Discord. If I'm not able to just post the image in the description, just send me a message, and I'm more than willing to give out as many of these as people want. So this was this was my post. It was a discussion post, concept art, and here I say I've been working on bringing the tower to life. Here's some of my work thus far. Planning on doing all enemies, ultimate weapon interactions, some cards, modules, etc. So here, the first image, we have a boss, sort of a different art style and look. This was like the infant stage of what I was generating, and then we have a death wave ring around the tower, and everything's in space, and just like You know, it's got that neon look. I don't know, I just love the atmosphere. And then here we have concept art for the super tower activations. Here we have energy shield. I love the way that the rays came out. So here we have a ray. I pictured a ray not just being a flat triangle, but I imagine them to be more like a pyramid, like a triangular pyramid. And because we're looking at them from a top-down view, all we see is the triangle, but it's actually a pyramid. Here we have a ray that's fully charged and ready to fire, and then here we have a ray that already fired its energy and is recharging. So while it's spinning, all of these panels will light up until it's fully charged, and then it'll fire, and then it'll go back to this state where it'll start spinning again for energy. Here we have a commander and all the tanks. Yeah, this is the post that I made. Just kind of looking to see, spark some conversation and, inspire people to start making more concept art for the game. I'll probably just do this and then do a still frame. People started noticing, that it looked AI and whatnot, and then people didn't like that. So basically the conversation went from, wow, this is cool, to, oh, did you use AI, to, well, you're a lazy piece of shit because you used AI and you have no skill, you have no artistic skill. Stop promoting AI slop, that kind of deal. And I think people kind of got the wrong idea, and it became more of a bandwagon. People started jumping on the bandwagon, and people that viewed the post, it got some traction and saw that a lot of people were complaining about the AI, just jumped on the bandwagon and also started shitting on it. There's no way that I'm gonna respond and reply to every single comment. One, because it's a waste of time and I'm probably not gonna change anybody's perspective. Two, because I do agree with AI slop becoming a problem. And it is shitty when people make AI images and art and sell it in general. So I agree with some of these people's take where, this isn't good for the art industry. And I had mentioned in this post that it was more for starting that domino effect for artists to see this and be like, oh, well, I can do a better job than this. And then for them to make concept art. Because like I said, I love this community and I love this game and I want it to flourish and grow. And I think that concept art like this gives the game more immersion, like a refreshing perspective and view on it. Instead of looking at a bunch of flat 2D shapes, I want people to start thinking outside the box and kind of envisioning the game as I am. Just interesting things like the ray example, it's a pyramid, and once it's charged it's golden, but once it fires it kind of loses its energy and it's black. Just little things like that, give the game some depth. That was kind of my goal with all of this. People obviously can have their opinions, and like I said, I agree with a lot of the things that people said here. I think people focused on the wrong thing and jumped on a bandwagon. There were a couple people that did appreciate it. A couple people actually asked me for me to send them the images, which I did. And that made me very happy. And again, I hope that this inspires real artists to make concept and fan art for the game. I think this will be very, very good. And I'll be excited to see them. Now back to here, the way that I'm going to mitigate the images not fitting exactly to my vision. I actually took some of the people's advice where they said either learn to draw or create art or pay someone to do it for you. I think that if you want to make art using AI, you're more than free to do so. Like I said, there was nothing malicious behind it. I just thought it was cool. Regardless of that fact, I did take their advice. and I actually hired a professional digital artist. This is what I sent to him, and this just paints a picture as to what I am imagining. And it's actually kind of tough because the artist obviously doesn't play the game and has never heard of it. So I had to basically explain to him the game in as much detail as possible. I also provided in-game screenshots and in-game footage for him to get a better idea of the orientation of everything and how everything interacts. One thing I did not include is fleets. And then I also added some more details in another email that I sent to him, kind of describing the textures of everything, of the enemies and the tower itself, how I wanted the inner landmines to look. What else did I tell him? Oh yeah, the black holes. I wanted them to look like actual black holes, like in space. But with a like purple hue to the dust around it. And then I wanted it to include fragments of, destroyed enemies and whatnot. So this is something that I'm working on. I paid a good amount of money to get this done professionally because I want it to look the best that it can. And hopefully you guys in the community loves the image, and we can get this ball rolling, where people create concept art for this game and fan art. But that brings us to the conclusion of this video. Thank you again for watching, and we will now roll the outro. Gather around for the safety brief. All right. Don't beat your wife. Don't beat your kids. Don't beat your pets. All right. Don't get into a fight. If you do, win, as always. Don't add to the population unless you're mentally, physically, and financially ready to do so. Don't subtract from the population unless they try to subtract you or a loved one. Don't drink or do drugs. Okay. If you do, make sure it's legal, that you consume responsibly. You are not released.